Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Roblox clothing using pixlr on your PC, laptop, etc. Just don't be using your phone for this because this is not a phone method. So to get started, we're going to use pixlr. That's the best online photo editor that I know right now. That's for free. So it's spelled like this. You should look that up. Send me the first link. Everything that I put in this video is going to be in the description. So you're going to want to download the Roblox template, which is going to be in the description. I'll show you how to download that right now. So once you click on the link for the template, it's going to be here. You're just going to want to scroll down until you see the shirt and the pants template. You should be able to click on this link, and after you click on that, you're going to download a zip file. Now, I already have the template, so I don't need that. You're going to come back to pixlr. You hit pixlr editor. You're going to open an image, and you're going to select either pants or shirt. This video, I'm going to be doing a classic shirt. You can click shirt, open. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. So this is, I think, where you put a belt. These are going to be your arms. Where the lines are is going to be like sleeves, you know, things like that. So to get started, if you're going to put any designs like a picture, you're going to want to download your picture or have a transparent picture, which I already have one. I'll show you how to do the transparent images in a minute. But to get started, we're going to want to select this box. Yeah, you're going to want to select this box, and you're just going to want to zoom in as much as you can and try to outline this as best as you can. And after you outline each box, you're going to want to just press delete the box. But another thing I want to mention is right here, when you zoom in very far, you can see the dark blue and you can see the light blue. Now, it doesn't really matter if you delete both. I personally just delete the dark blue and leave the light blue so that I have like kind of still a box of where I know how far the images should go, so they don't go off in the distance and cut off. So you're just going to want to highlight the dark blue. You're going to do this with all the boxes. So highlight the dark areas and then just press delete on your keyboard. You're going to do that with every box. And I'm going to go do that real quick and then I'll come back. Okay, so now after you cut it all out, it should look like this. And you're going to want to head over here and hit the plus with the square. You could just click empty or click on it. It doesn't matter. So you're going to want to find your image wherever you have it at. And then you're going to want to just drag and drop it into here. And you're going to add current. That's going to add your image straight into here. I don't know why this isn't transparent, so let me go find a transparent image real quick and I'll be right back. So after you got your transparent image, it's going to look like this. Sometimes it's going to be huge. You're not going to be able to really do anything. So you're probably still going to be in the this, where you delete the squares and all that good stuff. So you're going to go over to the top left and click arrange and a little pointer, and you'll be able to move it and just size it down to whatever you want. And remember, the bottom right here, it's like around here, is your belt. So if you actually have a full image, it's going to cut it off and kind of look kind of weird. And then it's going to look like it's going to be bad quality. It's not actually going to be. For Roblox, you can't use like too detailed of a pixel and all that anyways. So after you put your image where you want it, after you have a couple layers, I'm just going to go ahead and do, I don't know, layer 2, for example. I'm going to go over to the fill bucket. Whatever color you want your shirt to be, that's what you're going to select right here. So I'm going to do a black shirt. After you select black, you're just going to fill. If this happens, all you have to do is drag the background over that layer. and that's it. And then they'll look like this. Now, I don't want it to be long sleeve or cover the hands. So like this would be your hands right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this image. I'm going to select the arrange tool. I'm just going to slide it up to about here for a short sleeve. This will be like your arm, you know. So I'm going to slide it up to about there. And now we pretty much got the basics. Now, you want to come back over here to this square and click on that. You're going to click on layer 2, click circle, and you're just going to highlight about this much of your image. This is going to be for your neck hole. You can move it around wherever you want it. I'm going to put it about here. After you got the spot you want, you're just going to press delete. It's going to make a hole. And then what I like to do after I cut it out, I'll come over here to shape. So you're going to go over here to draw, circle. You don't want it to fill. I put the outline to about 2 or 3. And then we're going to change the color of this to white. Actually, no, I'm going to change the color of mine to a red. We'll do a red. So after you pick your color, you're just going to drag it. Try to line it up with your neck hole as best as you can. So right about there. That's perfect. So it just gives a little more detail on the outside. And I'm going to do the same thing, except, so yeah, same layer. Except for doing a circle, I'm going to do a line. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit, come down here. I'm going to select. You want to make sure you actually get like the full corner of your sleeve. And then just put the line all the way across. Line it up. And boom, there you go. So that's going to give you a nice little ring on your sleeves. And you're pretty much done. Now the last thing you need is shading. You don't have to have it, but it looks a lot nicer with shading. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to look up Roblox clothing shirt shading and go over to images. And we're just going to find, oh yeah, you want it to be transparent. So if you're on Microsoft Edge, you just got to hit filter, then type. Google, it's going to be different. And then you're going to select transparent. So I'm going to go ahead and just find a transparent shade for my shirt. Okay, so with the shading that I wanted to use, I actually had to end up going with a white. You downloaded it, you just want to take your template. I'm going to just use a gray one. Drop it in, add current. It should automatically fit. If it doesn't, you might need to adjust it a little bit. So like right there, if you have an image, you can put the image above the shading or below the shading to give it more of a actual shirt look. Unless you want your image to pop out more, then you're just going to put it above the shading. So after you've done that, you're going to click on your shading layer, click on the square, you're going to do rectangle, and you're going to select from your sleeve all the way over here and press delete. That way your character's arms aren't going to have shading on them, because that will just look weird. After you've done that, you're pretty much done. You can add a text right here, like a text image, or you can add, you know, picture, whatever you want. You can add anything you want to it, as long as it's not bad. It needs to fit Roblox's guidelines. So once you're done, you're going to press File. You're going to save. Save it as a PNG. Make sure it's transparent. Then Save As. And then I'm just going to save mine as Deadpool Classic Shirt. Now with this website, you get 3 daily free uses. So you can make 3 shirts in one day. After that, you have to wait 24 hours to be able to make another one. But once you've got it all downloaded and you're all set to go, I'll show you what you got to do next. So you want to come over here to roblox.com. I just look it up in the browser. Once you're in here, you're going to press create. And then you're going to make sure you're viewing as your character and not a group unless you want it to be in a group. For my example, I want it in the group. I'm going to go over to creations, avatar items. Oh, right. Make sure you're not in clothing. You're going to want to be in classics. And then it's going to say classic shirts or pants. You're not making a t-shirt. You're just making a classic shirt. So I've done shirts, for example. Then you're going to click upload asset. And then right here, you're going to make sure it says shirt. Otherwise, if you do t-shirt, it's not going to look right. Then you just want to find your shirt and upload that. So it should look like this. I just named it Deadpool classic shirt. Then I'm going to make my description. So here's the other thing. I'm going to actually put this in the beginning of the video first. It is going to cost 10 Robux. Then you're going to click upload. Upload for 10 Robux. Make sure before you upload, it's a shirt. It's under the character or the group that you want. Then you upload it, upload. Then you want to go back to creations, avatar items, classics, classic shirts, and then your shirt should be loading right there. And then if you want to put it on sale and sell it, then click on sale. I do all my shirts for a minimum of 5 Robux. If you guys want to join my Roblox group, all my clothing items are in there. You guys can buy them. They're 5 Robux each, pretty cheap. After you set your price, just hit publish item. And there you go. Set for 5 Robux. And that is how you create a classic shirt with pixlr. If you have any more questions, or any questions at all, make sure you let me know in the comments. I'll be reading all the comments and responding. The Discord is going to be in the description as well, so if you have questions, you could just ask me on the Discord. I'm always active on there. And yeah, that's going to be it for the video.